pulley injuries, A2 and A4 pulleys are the most commonly injured pulleys, and it's common in rock climbing. So what happens is, if there is just one pulley injury, it is not going to affect much. But remember, these pulleys are like slings. So they are going to keep the flexor tendon in place and prevent its volar subluxation. So you can imagine that if multiple pulleys are torn, whenever the patient will flex the finger, the flexor tendon is going to flex or is going to sublux volarly, because the slings are no longer present to hold it in place, right? So this is called as bowstringing, and it happens only if there are multiple pulley injuries. It won't happen with only a single pulley injury. So here you can see there is an increased gap. Why? And you can see there is a flexion deformity and an increased gap because multiple pulleys are injured, and as a result of which the gap between the pulley and between the flexor tendon and the underlying bone has increased. Okay, so here you can see this is one pulley which is torn. So this is going to be the A2 pulley. As you go further on, this is the level of A3 pulley. So that is also torn. And as you go further on, this is the level of A4 pulley that is also injured. So two pulleys are torn and the third pulley is injured. And hence, there is a bowstringing in this patient. Another patient where you can see that there is a high grade injury of the A3 pulley, A2 pulley, but there is no bowstringing because only one pulley is injured. Okay. Against this, you can appreciate the bowstringing very well on this image. Bowstringing can also be seen well on an ultrasound. In fact, it's better visible on an ultrasound because it's a dynamic examination. So when the person flexes the finger, the gap is going to increase between the bone and the flexor tendon. So this is the flexor tendon and this is the gap. So again, you need to mention the grade of injury, whether there is bowstringing or not, and what is the status of the flexor tendons.